Ladies and gentlemen, this is your most awesome host here. You're darn flipping right. It is Team Rara once again, my lovely listeners. Did you ladies and gentlemen get the opportunity to listen to the podcast from earlier today? Now, if not, hit that little notification, the little bell. Then you'll never ever miss any kind of upload on this YouTube channel. Capiche? Hopefully you enjoy the very first podcast of the day. If not, then maybe you could listen and enjoy this one. Maybe not. It's up to you. But roll it. I'm going to discuss wrestling news, wrestling topics, and a lot of interesting topics to discuss for you. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab something to eat, grab something to drink. Now, if you don't want to do nothing like that, maybe you just want to chill like a villain and give my thoughts and opinions on a certain matter. Scratch it. I'll give you my opinions and my thoughts on a certain matter. That's a little better. Let's roll it once again. Now, I know a lot of you out there still miss CM Punk, best in the world. He walked out of the WWE 2014. You know, stuff happens. He didn't like how his current situation was going with the WWE. He was unhappy, like a lot of WWE superstars. Do you think he'll come back to WWE? Maybe not. Maybe 10 years from now, or maybe not. He said recently in the interview he's done with the WWE. He's done with wrestling. Now, probably a lot of you know that he's 0 for 2 in the UFC fights. You know, Ultimate Fighting, whatever they call it these days. He looks terrible. The first matchup, the first fight, he looks terrible in a second fight. You know, I had nothing against CM Punk, but maybe MMA or UFC is not the best situation for CM Punk. Maybe he should just try TNA, go back into wrestling. You know, that's his heart says go back, but his mind says I am done. So the reason I'm mentioning wrestling right now, it is a rumor, and I don't believe this rumor for a heartbeat. I guess ROH is trying to contact CM Punk. The latest, the last week was a report by Dave Meltzer, you know, that everyone cannot stand, or some of you like him, don't like him, whatever, that there was interest from a Ring of Honor from a Madison Square Garden show scheduled for the day before WrestleMania. You know, I meant that the show will run directly against NXT Takeover at Barclays Center. I wonder how WWE really feels about that. The latest on Punk and his chance are slim. No duh, he's done with wrestling. And he has told people close to him that he doesn't have any interest in pro wrestling. Now, we heard that before from other wrestlers. Okay, with the being said, there is still plenty of time to work something out of the perhaps he have a chance of heart between now and early 2019. Chris Jericho, however, seemed open to an idea of working for other promotions in the United States. See? If Y2J could do it, CM Punk could do it. But it seemed like CM Punk, no offense to CM Punk, he's very bitter on returning to the wrestling scene. Just leave the guy alone, for crying out loud. If he's done, he's done. If he's going to make a shocking appearance, it may be at Rumble, WrestleMania, or another wrestling promotion, that is his business. Just leave the guy alone, for crying out loud. You know, I know some people who attends Raw, you know, in Chicago, they always say CM Punk, CM Punk. I know it gets very annoying because I used to attend Raw pay-per-views in Chicago. I mean, it's okay at first, but after a while, it gets very, very pain in the butt, you know? You know, even Stephanie McMahon and Paul Heyman made a big thing about it. Not that long ago, you know what I'm saying? So they made a jackass out of himself, in my opinion, you know? But do you think they like to have him back, Stephanie? Absolutely. But on camera, no. Is he a good business man to work with? I don't know. A lot of people say he's very rude with the fans. I don't know what to believe anymore, you know? I never met the guy and probably will never happen. That's why AJ Lee is not back with the company. And unlikely she's not going to be there for the all women's pay-per-view coming up in what is it, September or October? Yeah, October. That'd be nice. And if she does come back, maybe if she come back, maybe her husband will come back, CM Punk. Highly unlikely. But what people will say, never say never. Maybe eventually, from the article, you guys could read all of it. I'll give you a little preview. Maybe he's going to change his mind and say, you know what? My UFC fighting career is not very well. Maybe I'm going to go back to the wrestling and I could just have a good closing of my chapter. You know, he never headlined Mania, and that's W's fault, in my opinion. That's why he got a little bitter. And he's doing other projects, you know. I think he's making comic books, I think. Maybe in the future he make a shocking appearance at Marvel, be a superhero or a villain. That'd be kind of nice. I don't mind to see him in that because he loves superhero movies. He loves the Cubbies, Gold Cubbies. He loves the Chicago Blackhawks. I don't know if he ever attended any Chicago Cubbies games since he left WWE. I know he did it for the Blackhawks. I don't know if he loved the Bears or the Bulls. I don't know. I doubt it. But I follow him on Twitter and all that good stuff. He loves to toy with the fans on Twitter, if he's going to come back or not. Now, if he does come back, do you really think he's going to say it on Twitter? Absolutely not. You know, they want to keep it on the down low. It's not like the good old days. You could keep it for a secret for a long period of time. Now these days that, oh wow, there's certain wrestlers like CM Punk or Dana Bryan. I saw him going to the WWE arena. Now you may not know or may know that when the Hardys came back to WWE, they had to hide them and they did it very well. I think the documentary is still in the WWE Network. So if WWE wants to bring back CM Punk and Punk agrees to come back, I guaranteed they're going to keep it a secret the best that they can. And I guarantee he will come back, but he's got to not be so bitter and don't be so mad, and I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It's not my business. I just want to get my thoughts. I know a lot of you are going to say Punk is done with wrestling, and he says that recently, or actually he said it a couple of times, and maybe he's just saying that to give everyone a huge 180 curveball, and maybe he'll come back one day at WrestleMania, one day at Royal Rumble, maybe a shock appearance at Raw, not located in Chicago because that'd be so darn obvious. So I'd love to him come back, and hopefully come back, not one more run, just one more match. And maybe we'll put him in the Hall of Fame. But right now, it's not going to happen because he left on bad terms. So I'm going to sign off. You guys could check out the article. I know it's not the best discussion. Like this live. Oh my gosh. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. There you go. Leave a comment about the article. Hit the subscribe. Hit the notification, and that wraps it up. I really appreciate it. Enjoy your rest of your Saturday, and this is it from the host.